Omnia after 60, and this is my second video, and I'll probably have to do some lighting in here because it keeps changing on me. But as you can see from my dickabuckin, my rosy cheeks, it is still a little chilly out, but it is warming up, and that's just a great thing. In last video on forgiveness, I skipped on the last of the 4 R's of Dr. Laura Schlesinger, and that was repeat. And that can be repeating of 2 things. It can be somebody must repeat their good behaviors or not repeat the bad, that they don't come in hat in hand, apologize for, let's say, cheating on you. You forgive, everything's great, and then you find out that it's just happened again, or it just continued. He or she just said what they did to shut you up. So it has to be also repeatable. Now, this video, as I look around to see if there's a car coming, because Gus was looking weird, I'm walking him. This video it talks about probably the most frequent situation that we all come upon in the area of forgiveness. And it's where people do you wrong and they will not admit to it. They're not sorry for it. They avoid the situation. They don't want to talk about it. It's all put on you that it's your problem. And so that's really aggravating. And depending on what had happened, depends on how you're going to handle the situation. So I'm going to talk about that as I show you what I'm walking on. Haven't been plowed out yet, but it's still quite beautiful out. So we'll see you on the other side. On the topic of forgiving people who don't even ask or won't even accept responsibility for what they've done, I thought a lot about this on the anniversary of the Holocaust, because as time marches on, there are more and more people saying that it didn't even happen, and that's quite disturbing. And so, yeah, if they don't say sorry or they say they've never done anything, well, that's probably a greater percentage of people that I know in my circle anyway, and chances are in yours. Maybe forgiveness isn't even the right word or appropriate here. Maybe it's just giving some time to let go of what's happened, because anger is appropriate. And if it's one and done, maybe you can release the anger over time, but if it's continuous, it's harder to do. And it's different from condoning. It doesn't mean you're forgetting or excusing, and it doesn't even require you to reconcile. Forgiveness has very little to do with the perpetrators. You don't have to direct any compassion or understanding towards them. How does me understanding them when they deny? Don't let them back into your life. You don't have to show them anything. You don't have to acknowledge their existence, like I'd mentioned in the last one. The 100% of compassion, of forgiveness, needs to be directed at yourself. It's okay to acknowledge that what happened was terrible and undeserved, and it's okay to let go of the protective function of anger. You gotta love yourself, heal, and move on. Forgiveness doesn't mean forgetting the events or the impact of it on your life. Unless you get blessed with Alzheimer's, there's no way to forget these things. You need to understand how you got here and what you need to do to get to a better place in functioning. You don't even have to reach out to the people or the entities. It doesn't remove accountability. It's purely for yourself to not bear the burden of suffering, isolation, or pain, showing yourself the compassion that was withheld from you. In my opinion, people don't really have control over forgiveness, except to stop waging war with the abusers. The rest is healing, and to a large extent, that's not under our control. I've tried my best for decades to heal from the wounds my parents inflicted on me, and now my siblings, but I'm still very injured and haunted by their abuse. Time does help, but revisiting wells, let's say at a sickness or a bedside of a parent, and you kind of go back to the well and injuries are inflicted again, then you have to start the forgiving process and moving past it process again. I couldn't forgive them all even if I wanted to. Their abuse still defines me in many ways, but I am working on it. I'd have to be a person who overcame their abuse to even have the capacity to forgive them. But I'm still trying to survive. This all just takes time. Nothing is immediate. I don't need to forgive to leave someone behind in my past. I can just go directly to that step and abandon them, put them in my past and leave them there with my resentment. Just leave them in the past. The point of forgiveness is to be able to move on with that person, I think. But there is no with that person anymore, not ever. What they did was unforgivable over years and years. And then to make you swallow your pride and give up yourself and your boundaries a million times over, not forgiving and instead radically accepting is how you break free, I think. I radically accepted that my parents, I don't know, I would say one of them is at least narcissistic, the one that thinks she's going to rule over others in heaven someday. And that is pointless to speak another word with them for the rest of eternity, and that my anger towards them is valid. It will cool down, it will soften and disappear into the rearview mirror, but it is valid. I can put that in the past with them and be okay with that situation. That doesn't require me to forgive them if I don't want to, because sometimes demanding premature forgiveness is almost like gaslighting. It's putting the onus of everything on the person who was abused and kind of given a pass almost to the abusers. For me, forgiving someone who isn't sorry doesn't help me in any way. It doesn't bring me any peace or make me feel like the bigger person. It just makes me feel like a chump. I'm sick of hearing that anger is unhealthy emotion. Being angry at someone who abuses you is healthy. It's indicative of self-love and strong boundaries. Until that person is truly remorseful and changes their behavior permanently, you do not have to forgive them. Hell, if they do apologize and change, you still aren't obligated to forgive them. You're allowed to have a one and done policy for bad behavior, especially the most egregious. You can be totally done with someone after a single offense. The beauty of being autonomous creatures is we get to choose who we surround ourselves with. I have a couple examples from my life on situations that happened where there is no accountability. One is my parents, of anything ever, because according to them, they have never erred in their full 88 years of life. They have done nothing to ever apologize to anybody for, and they never have, as far as I have ever seen. And this shunning that they're doing to me, they haven't explained it. It's just kind of there and kind of like a painful thing that I have to deal with on my own. Oh, a little sunshine. So that's one. The other is what my sister had done as far as trying to ruin my marriage, trying to break me up from Owen, trying to have our Jasmine removed from us, all the things that was done deliberately, but never admitted to, never dealt with, never talked about. Family give her cover. My brother doesn't want to hear anything about it. So then you're just sitting here going, what the heck was that? And what do you do with that? Because whatever she did, she doesn't feel sorry for, clearly. So then what? So then that's just something that you work through. You go through your anger and you put time past and you put boundaries in. And for me, there is no going back to that relationship, especially with my sister. I might in the future go see mom at a nursing home someday, but right now I've got to put some space there too. I have to protect Jasmine because I can't have her in this drama and this mess, and especially the way Jasmine is being spoken of by my parents, saying that she's an it, saying that she's going to hell because we country danced, and saying that she's gay because she doesn't like pink and likes dragons and monster trucks and that kind of stuff. And yeah, and of course there's no apologies for that because they truly believe these things, and I think it's terrible and wrong. So all I can do is protect and make sure that she isn't brought around these kind of people and that it isn't poured into her ears, right? And like I said before, forgiveness isn't kind of a one and done, especially for me. My sister can be a one and done because it is done and time will go past. And the longer time passes, the less you think about it, the less it has any power. She seems to get smaller and smaller in my mind, kind of like just fading out. Mom and Dad, a little rougher because their kind of stuff pops up every now and again, so you kind of revisit wells and give it the minimal attention that you can possibly do. Like I had said in last time's video, I'm aiming for indifference as opposed to forgiveness. Maybe forgiveness is the end point when you just don't even think about them at all, but that kind of equals indifference. So I think it's a tough thing, isn't it? To decide what it even is, how you're going to do it, the path you're going to take, the boundaries you're going to put in place. And yeah, the next video I'm going to create in this series is going to be about the hardest one, and that is to forgive yourself. And that is the toughest. This is Annette from Carpe Omnia After 60. We'll see you in the next video. Take care.